Everybody, we're back. Coon Prairie Ramblers. We're circled up and we're still confabulating. We got KC and the Moonshine Gang, Luke the Rebel Without a Clue, and me, Melman. And we were talking about toys.
Good old toys.
Yeah, toys.
In the day.
There was one toy that I had, and I'm surprised I had it. It probably came from the pawn shop, but it was one of those pedal cars, or is that what you call it?
Yes, pedal car.
Pedal car. And I remember I lived on a hill. We had a sidewalk that kind of curved down the hill, went curvy down the hill, S-curves. And I would try to pedal that thing backwards. And
down the hill?
Yeah, back the hill. The back.
And you weren't the sharpest knife in the drawer, were you?
Well, I was practicing for my upcoming. I was about 5 years old.
You want to be Evel Knievel.
Yeah, but I remember try to back that thing and do the course, that's down the curvy sidewalk, and I'd get off the sidewalk. I'd get so mad, and
that's good for your coordination.
Yeah, then I'd get it back and I'd take it clear back to the beginning and start again.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know if I ever made it down that sidewalk totally backwards.
Oh.
That was one of the few toys I remember.
Did you ever make a toy parachute?
Yeah,
jump off
out of a handkerchief.
No, you'd take a rock and tie it with strings to a bandana.
Yeah.
And then put the rock in the middle of that bandana and spin it around and throw it as high in the air as you could.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Just float right down. That was cool, too.
Yep, did a lot of that. And you were talking about the kites. I did the kites, too. We used to make our own kites. We lived near a levee, well, at one point. And we did a lot. There was a creek down at the bottom of the levee, and we did a lot of Tarzan vines.
Swinging out there and dropping off in the water?
Swinging out a lot of that, yeah.
Oh, we did some of that.
Yeah. I guess every community does that, every place.
Well, you make your own fun. We'd go, when the ditches get full of water, we would just take a little piece of wood, maybe about a foot square, and just throw that in the water on an angle and jump on it while it was moving.
Yeah.
And you'd surf for about 2 or 3 feet, and you'd fall in the water.
And, somebody took that idea and then started making commercial ones and probably made $1 million off of
the ones that they pull behind boats now that people ride.
Well, no, they have the ones now that they call them skim boards, and they throw them on the side of the ocean or the Gulf, and you throw it in the shallow water and then jump on it and just skim right down the side.
Oh, man, we should have got a copyright on that back in the day.
Should have. We did some stupid stuff, too. We used to get on a hood of a car and tie it to the back of a Jeep and pull it in the edge of a pond.
That's right.
That was pretty stupid.
Too bad there's no...
Don't ever try that at home. Never.
No video of that back in the day, unfortunately.
Oh, God.
It killed real quick.
Up north there, we did the snow skiing behind a car.
Oh, yeah?
That was fun. We lived in a neighborhood one time. All the streets were in, but there were no houses. So it was just a big maze of streets.
Oh, boy.
And somebody get their old car out there, and everybody to hook up the rope, and, you'd be skiing on your feet, or a trash can lid or something, tobogganing. Ooh. And they just pull us around and, do spin circles. And, we'd be, when you're being spun like that, that supersonic speeds, and then all of a sudden you go flying off.
That's a thrill right there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Yeah, we used to take bamboo and make bow and arrows and stuff like that.
We used to also, you see it in people do it in projects nowadays, but we used to make the tin can phones.
That's right. And you stretch.
Wow, that's an old one.
You stretch them tight if you're going to get the sound.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you don't just talk through the string.
Yeah, it was pretty neat. You know what else we used to do when I was a kid? We would Mom would buy a Velveeta cheese, and it came in a cardboard box, and we'd put those two boxes, the top and the bottom, on the floor and put our feet in them and skate all over the house. We thought we were on.
Yeah. That's fun that kids today know nothing about.
That tin can telephone thing, when I was a young guy, my mother told me about that. That's what they did when she was little. Yeah. So that goes clear back to when tin cans were invented.
That's probably where Alexander Graham Bell got the idea. He's playing some tin cans on the string.
Right.
Invented it.
Do you ever remember, I know Luke probably did this, we used to take a blade of grass and put it between your thumbs. Your thumbs has got that little notched out spot in there, and you put a blade of grass real tight. Well, you can make a loud whistle like that.
It's a whistle. Or we made them out of palmetto fronds. You cut your piece about 4 or 5 inches long and cut a slit in it. Then take part of the leaf off the frond and make it the same width and slide it in there, and you put the rounded part of it, because it's flat on one side. The the stick that has the palmetto frond on it. The other side is round. You put the rounded side to your mouth after you skin all the thorns off the side, of course, and you blow in that, and it makes like a whistle.
Palmetto fronds are a wonderful thing. We didn't have those where I came from.
They're good for roasting weenies on
Yeah.
it, baking kids, or
S'mores, hot dog. I mean, it's hot dogs and
Scratching your back.
arrows,
marshmallows.
spears. I mean, we had a lot of fun with those things.
And they're not toxic
No,
that I
I
know
think so.
of.
Nobody died that I know of.
If they were, we'd all be dead.
Yeah.
Oh,
You remember when people used to take your parents when we were young? All our mothers knew how to sew. They did sew. They made clothes, but we'd do stuff with the sewing spools. We'd make things with the spools, and we'd also take buttons, and you'd take a string and run it through that button, and then back out for a distance and back through that other hole opposite of that, and you'd wind it up and then pull it between your fingers, and it'd
Yeah.
they sure would.
Those mazes that the kids make with their fingers, or the
and
string,
cradle and-
cats and cradle,
Oh,
and then you
yeah.
stick your hand in there, and then they pull it, and
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
You amuse yourself.
Jacob's-
with
They
string.
still do that.
Jacob's ladder.
Jacob's ladders.
Yeah, some toys never go away.
Yo-yos, had a wooden yo-yos before them plastic ones came out, and wooden tops.
Yeah.
Those are fun to play with.
I was always lousy at yo-yo.
I was pretty good at it.
I
But
figured you
learned
would
my
be.
lesson
all that.
one day when I busted the window out of Nocatee Elementary. I was in trouble.
I heard that.
I was sitting there. We used to spin them so much that eventually it would wear the string out. And I was sitting there just throwing it out and coming straight back to me as hard as I could do it. And I threw it out and it busted into that string and just went right through that window.
Didn't even slow down.
Never slowed down.
Have mercy.
They didn't. I said, Kenneth, you need to go to the principal's office.
That's right. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Go directly to the principal's office. We played cards a lot as kids, too.
Yeah.
I don't even remember if we had all the cards to the deck. Some would be missing. But we'd play Go Fish, and we'd play Old Maid with it, or we'd play War.
52 card pickup.
Played some of that, too. My dad
Yeah.
should be able to play that, but didn't take him but one time for me to get it.
We played 51. We were always missing a card.
51 cards.
But we played euchre.
Slapjack.
Euchre was very at my high school. At lunch, after lunch, they'd everybody get into the gymnasium and they'd be playing. You have about 5 or 6 different euchre games going on.
I don't know what that is. I heard
Yeah, I know. It's
Sounds Catholic. Is that a Catholic game?
euchre.
Euchre.
Eucharist. The
Eucharist.
Eucharist. Yeah.
I don't know. Sounds like a Catholic game.
Yeah.
Pope probably plays it.
And canasta. Rummy.
I learned canasta later on. That was a lot of fun. Well, we got
Yeah.
a minute left. What else we want to talk about toys?
They were fun.
Now that you put me on a timer, my brain froze up.
Yeah. Yeah. You say middle lived.
I play with my
you know,
food
the
every now and
thing
then.
we
I
did,
didn't want
we,
to eat it. And
Well, there you go. Peas.
Also,
Peas
made
and
little,
a
pea
straw.
shooter.
And a straw.
pea shooter, you used to get those down at the grocery store.
Yeah.
For a
we
dime or
used to
something.
make our own little fishing holes.
Throwing the food in the lunch hall. That was toys.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, then the
We used
parents
to
took the
build-
belt and toy with your butt.
And we'd build dams in a ditch and put something in there to catch the stuff that had make it like a little weir in that dam, and stuff would come through there. We'd catch them in a little net.
Minnows.
Frogs and
Bicycle ramps.
We did that. All right, well, speaking of whatever, we got to get on out of here. So we'll be back shortly with the F-Bomb. Y'all stay put. Don't leave us.